From every strand on the line of your reel, to the rods, to the anglers, to the lures on the end of your hook, let's talk about those big bass here on Co-Anglers Corner with your hosts, Rob Welch and John Stoudinger.
Good evening, everybody. I'm John.
Hi, y'all are. Cajun Rob here hanging out with you. Glad to have our buddy John back. Hey, John, everybody's been keeping any thoughts and prayers. We're glad you're back. We got the band back together.
Appreciate it. It's been a long couple of weeks to let you know, but we're getting there. Health-wise, getting back together, and we have a guest on tonight, relatively young. I'll just let you know that Rob is over twice her age because he's old like me.
I'll be her grandfather, probably.
But she first caught my eye a couple months ago when I was scrolling through Facebook and a friend request came up. Not request, but, they suggested. I'm like, okay, who is this? And then she's holding five fish, and I swear it looks like 35, 40 pounds. And she did confess tonight it wasn't quite that much, but it was one heck of a, and she doesn't look to be like she's 6'9", 280 pounds either. She's a small girl, and those fish looked huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, our guest tonight is a talented young angler from Indiana, Braci Ault. She finished seventh her and her brother finished seventh in the B.A.S.S Nation event, high school championships a couple years ago. And I'll tell you, one of those, just looking at some of her social media stuff, it's just crazy the amount of fish and she gets to do and how great she is at it. So
absolutely, she does a great job on social media. So absolutely, she does a great job.
Yes. So let's bring on Braci and find out a little bit more about her. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, I should say.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we had a good conversation earlier. So for all of us who don't know much about you outside of what we've seen on social media and read in the Bassmaster magazine, stuff like that, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got started fishing?
I'm Braci, and I got started fishing, a very young age, as young as I can remember. My dad has fished basically his whole life. And I went fishing one day on a pond with my little Zebco, and I caught a bass. And then from there, I just got hooked. And starting my, probably 7th, 8th grade year, I used my first bait caster and started tournament fishing. And then after tournament fishing is when I just fell in love with it. And then decided to go to the college level after high school.
Outstanding.
Well, I didn't fish my first bait caster until I was 23, 24.
Yeah.
But no, congratulations. And congratulations on the high finish. And there was 300 and something boats in that tournament too.
Yeah, 315.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finished 7th.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Absolutely.
I can only imagine.
Definitely something to remember.
Okay. All right. So you're going to school now, and you're fishing for the college you're going to, and your college is pretty well ranked as well.
Yes, they're ranked 7th in the nation right now.
Wow.
Yep.
You must like that number 7.
Lucky 7.
7th on Hartwell, 7th in the nation.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll stay at 7. Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anytime you're in the top 10 is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Unless there's Rob and I, and we're in the bottom 10. So,
or we're 77th, more like it.
Yeah. So, you got started with a Zebco, like most of us. Do you remember your first fish?
I don't remember my first fish, but I remember my cousin had a pond and we'd go there and fish all the time. And I just have this specific memory fishing with my dad in this little canoe around that pond. And that's like my first memory of fishing for the most part. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good memory.
Yeah.
The American Angler Outdoors. Good evening, Al. We're live on the American Angler Outdoors streaming network on the Co-Anglers Corner channel. If you guys get a chance, catch us out there. All of our shows are also replayed there. So just want to say thank you to Al for that one.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite technique or your go-to technique when you first start?
When I first started fishing, or like when I first started in a tournament?
Tournaments.
Okay, tournaments. I like to go mainly any time of the year. I like to go as shallow as I possibly can.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never fished with live scope. I don't own it. So my brother and we always go pretty shallow. And my absolute favorite thing to throw shallow is a chatterbait.
There you go.
Can't really go wrong there.
No, no, you can't. That's fish, those big fish, shallow on a chatterbait.
What do you consider shallow?
Shallow, sometimes we get dirt shallow with a buzz bait, like a foot or less. And with the chatterbait, probably like 4 to 6 feet, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know shallow's relative to where you are, because I'm in New York and shallow for us is 15 and in. And Louisiana's 6 inches and deep and in. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So is there any particular brand of chatterbait you like throwing?
Is there any what? Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
Nope. I apologize. Chatterbait, what is your favorite style? Is it, what brand?
What brand? I like jackhammers.
I figured.
Hard to go wrong there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I know you and your brother, do you fish partner tournaments still, or just do you and your brother fish any partner tournaments?
Sorry, you're cutting out real bad.
Sorry about that. Rob, do you want to ask?
Yeah, he's asking, do you and your brother still do partner tournaments, or you kind of go solo, or?
Oh, yes, we're partners. He actually fishes in college with me. So we
Okay.
fish.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That must have been a terrible transition from high school to college. Same partner.
It's good most of the time. Sometimes we get on each other's nerves pretty bad. But that's too good.
I can understand that. Well, Rob, go ahead. I've been asking a lot of the questions. I'll let you ask a couple.
Okay. Now, talking about your chatterbait, what's kind of your favorite setup? Rod, reel, line? What's your kind of go-to setup for that?
My go-to setup for my chatterbait, this is like the only rod I use, is a 7.6 Shimano. And I absolutely love that rod. It feels like it just feels so light and so smooth going through the water. And then I usually use a 17-pound fluorocarbon. Yep.
Yeah, that's my go-to as well. That's 17 just right. Seems like cast good. Yeah, that's my go-to as well. Can't go wrong there.
Oh, definitely not.
Have you ever tried throwing it on braid?
What did he say? He's still cutting out.
He's
on here.
Yeah, he asked if do you ever throw it on braid? Have you tried it on braid?
No, I haven't. I've never really even heard of throwing it on braid, so I've never tried it.
I've tried it, and it's just weird. It vibrates weird. I've tried it on. I kayak fish a lot, and I think it's on the Evo. I think on one of those, it's got like a different little line tie. So I tried it, but it don't feel right. It just I tried it, and I don't like it.
I haven't tried it. I guess it'd be nice if you're going through a bunch of grass or something, but I still haven't tried it.
Yeah, I tried it, and I didn't like it. So
yeah, good to know.
Oh yeah,
I've had mixed feelings on it.
Yeah.
Do you now I forgot the question. This old age of mine setting in. I'm still older than Rob by a little bit.
Barely.
Who would you say got you into tournament fishing?
Did you say who got me into tournament fishing?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, my dad, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he fish tournaments as well?
Yes, he fished tournaments. I don't even know when he started fishing tournaments when I was a baby. He fished them all. And then, I guess I just seen him rigging stuff up outside, or he would just always be talking about bass fishing. So I caught on to it as well and fell in love with it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
definitely not. I'm super thankful.
Yes.
You got the bug early. You got the bug early.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that chatterbait, I fished with a guy on Gunnersville in the grass, and I think he had like 24 pounds. I know it because I netted all his fish. But anyway, yeah, he whacked him at damn chatterbait. That impressed me. I was like, yeah, I got to learn more about that.
That's definitely my go-to for literally any lake, a chatterbait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I got whacked in the head about 2 or 3 times and got beat real bad, I learned how to do it. And like lakes like Del Hollow, lakes you don't think it'd work good, it works.
Yeah, especially because you can work it in so many different ways. Like that 24.5-pound sack I caught, I was just reeling it super slow on the bottom, and they absolutely loved it like that.
Oh, wow. Can't beat that.
No, definitely not. It was so much fun. I'll always remember that.
Oh yeah, I like you. Even as old as me and John, we can remember fish like that. We caught. Hey, I caught a 5 on a, trick worm or something. It sticks with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's like my first fish on a jig. I was throwing a 1 ounce jig and caught a sunfish. Like what? And it was right. It was in the mouth. I don't know how the hook got stuck there, but it did.
Wow.
So, if anyone has any questions for Braci, go ahead and shoot them along, and we'll have her answer them for you to the best of her ability.
Yeah.
What's your favorite lake to fish?
Locally, or do I get to go anywhere?
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want.
I know this seems like kind of biased because this is where I did good at, but Hartwell, because there's a lot of big largemouth that you can catch shallow there, and a lot of cover you can fish there. I know a lot of people like to scope their spots out deep, but if you get shallow with a buzzbait or a chatterbait or even a wake bait, you can catch them real good.
Absolutely. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't say Gunnersville.
John is not a big fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a tough tournament there.
Oh no. It happened.
It happens all over, but
oh yeah,
Gunnersville is the one place that I really wanted to go and fish, and I got involved, or I fished the Toyota Championship there. I don't know, 2018, 19, 20, I don't know. And the guy, my boater had, I don't know, I think in the first hour he might have had like 21 pounds.
Oh wow.
And I had like 4 dropped fish on a frog, and yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah,
that happens.
You get really humbled when you're fishing, for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can go to one tournament, you're like second or third place. Next tournament, you can't catch a fish, can't get it to the boat. I mean, it blows your mind. Same conditions, same lure, same everything, and it'd be totally 2 different results.
Yeah, it can't be easy.
No. Well, it was easy to call it catching instead of fishing, I guess. So.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I do a lot of the not easy part.
Yep.
Hello, Jeremy. Jeremy May, longtime fan favorite, and also guest on our show.
And co-host on occasion.
Yes.
Yep. And here's one of our other favorite ladies chiming in.
Heather Paris Broom says, "Hi, Hartwell is a great lake. Love Gunnerville, John. Braci, come fish with us gals at Kiwi. Runs into Hartwell.
I've
There you
never
go.
heard. I'd love to. Definitely.
And I believe she's talking about the LBAA, the Lady Bass Anglers Association.
Okay.
I think Kiwis, they're along the bottom is the information for them.
Okay.
So yeah, they also have a pretty good website. If you just Google LBAA.
Yeah, I do see that now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
Yep. Great bunch of folks over there for sure.
Yeah.
Rock. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I still have. I haven't forgotten about it. I still got your stuff sitting over there. I was looking at it tonight, and I'm working on a set of cold tags to send you. So, is there any body of water that you haven't fished that you'd like to fish? Like, where's your dream to place?
I'd like to go to Leech Lake in Minnesota, probably, and then Gunnersville. I haven't been there. I'd like to go there because there's a lot of big fish there I've seen.
There are.
And Table Rock, probably. I've never been there. It's one of my dad's favorites. He talks really highly about that place, so I'd love to go too.
Yeah,
Nice.
Gunnersville and Chickamauga are really good chatterbait lakes, by the way, as well.
Yeah. Oh, we just got off of Chickamauga, and we actually caught. Well, it was a little bit rough. We caught all of our fish in the last 20 minutes, but we on a chatterbait, reeling it super slow.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess when all else fails, you just go to do what you love.
Exactly. What you got confidence in. What you know, you got a perfect feel of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Have confidence in.
Yep.
Oh. You get to see the Clemson campus running up that way, he says. Jeremy does.
On Hartwell?
Yeah,
Hartwell, I did see the Clemson campus.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
You don't need to see them. Lake Lanier's Rock Holiday says Lake Lanier's a special place as well.
Yep.
I have heard I've place, but I haven't been there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. That's the amazing thing, you know. Like, I'm in New York, and you hear New York, everybody thinks of the city. All right. You hear Indiana, everybody thinks of farm.
Yeah.
Illinois, Chicago. It's amazing how each state gets summed up by one thing, but there's so much more to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yes. So, let's see, we covered your favorite technique. What technique are you most interested in learning about?
Definitely finesse fishing deep. I've caught one fish on a drop shot. I'd like to, I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to that. I like to fish heavy, 15, 20 line, basically as heavy as you can go. I love flipping, shallow, but I need to start getting into the deeper stuff because some of those big fish live out, especially times of the year. It's really important for me to start to learn it. So I definitely like those techniques.
Absolutely. And also drop shot. One of my best techniques last year was flipping a drop shot shallow. I was flipping a drop shot shallow. Yeah. And it really produced for me.
Yeah, maybe I should try that. I've never tried that.
It's versatile. Just shorten your leader length, you know, by like 6-9 inches, and really works. It does. Shallow and deep.
Yeah. I've caught them on a drop shot. Like I said, I'm in New York. I caught them probably 6, 8, 10 inches of water all the way up to 90 feet.
Yep.
So
that's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my favorite way to fish like that, but they're there, depending on where you're at. So
they're definitely there. I've definitely seen some results in this fall season, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I'm throwing a Demiki rig or a drop shot." So unfortunately, I'll have to suck up a little bit and start to learn it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Learning is the key to fishing, I think.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you go out there and you're too stubborn to change up and try to learn something else, you're in trouble.
Yeah. fall season that we had. We didn't do horrible, but we didn't do the best. I decided to stop being so stubborn and I'm gonna start learning more techniques.
Okay.
Yeah, as old as me and John are, we still learning. So it's constant learning. I mean, stuff changes, new stuff comes out. It's a constant process.
Yeah.
It's crazy how complicated the bass are. I have no
Oh yeah.
idea.
As old as I am, I learn the same thing over and over. So
Those little green fishies are pretty dang smart, or just stubborn. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah. I don't know. They seem pretty smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there.
They've outsmarted me multiple times.
Same here. Don't feel bad. I've done the same thing.
Yeah.
And they'll change hour to hour, or morning there'll be one thing, afternoon something totally different. So it happens.
Yeah. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. Got a comment in?
Kim B. Davis Spencer says, "Hi, Braci. Do you like to use pack of craws?"
Yes, Mom, I do.
Ah. Tell your mom, shh, can't let the secrets out.
Yeah. Don't let out my secret.
Now, do you like throwing the baby?
I usually don't throw the baby. I throw the bigger size pack crawls, but
Yeah.
I definitely try. I always throw them in Minnesota because we go to Minnesota every year to fish, and they just love the pack of crawls. So that's my go-to.
Do you put that on the back of your chatterbait as well, or no?
I haven't tried that. I usually put little mini scrubs on the back of my chatterbaits.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, not too similar, but there's some similarities.
Yeah.
I've gotten on that chatter spike. I've used that chatter spike here lately and had pretty good results. And that Zoom shimmer shad. Try that Zoom shimmer shad. It's really good.
Yeah, definitely. I need to branch out because
Yep.
I'm always a scrub girl.
It's hard to branch out when you're successful, though.
Yeah.
You know, that's like telling Jacob Wheeler he needs to start doing something different. You know,
Yeah.
fishing not working for him.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I wish, but
You're getting there. You're getting there.
yeah.
But no, it's amazing. I mean, I love the fact that our women's shows are probably our most watched shows. And that's showing me that there is a rise of interest in the women's side of the fishing.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot more support, and it's definitely helping us.
Great, outstanding. Glad to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, I get so much support. I'm so thankful for it. Everybody who supports me, it means a lot.
Absolutely. You're on the right track. If that's happening, then you're on the right track.
Yes, definitely.
Now, do you run the boat or you let your brother run it?
I usually let my brother run it, but if we're just like fun fishing, if like let's say he catches a fish, I'll run it, and then if I catch a fish, he'll run it. We'll just keep switching back and forth. But
nice.
Yeah, during a tournament, he's pretty stubborn, so he's like, just let me run it. So I just let him run it.
Well, let him run it. You'll have more time to fish and you concentrate more on fishing. So yeah, let him run it.
It's easier anyways.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh. Another one of those questions that have scampered my mind. I had a list of them and I can't find them. I apologize.
You'll find them after the show, man. That's what happens to me. Don't worry about it. It happens.
Yeah, most likely.
Yep. Now, what is some of the maybe coldest conditions or roughest conditions you ever had to fish?
Oh gosh. Hartwell again. I think it was like the second day we came in. Maybe it was storming really bad and huge waves. You couldn't see. Thank goodness we had our dad as our boat captain because if my brother was running the boat, that could have gotten ugly.
Y'all been in trouble.
Had plenty of time and we made it in. And then just this fall on Sam Rayburn, it wasn't horrible, but a lot of people ruined their boats trying to come in. and Rayburn. I mean, it's a huge body of water.
Yep.
Just to win those, you can get like 5-footers, 6-footers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mother Nature has a bad sense of humor sometimes. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Well, our buddy Jeremy May wouldn't want to go where you fish then.
No.
Anything a little bumpier than glass, I think he gets in trouble.
little green around the gills, I'd say.
I'm reading through your article, and one of the things that you said that I thought was pretty hilarious. It says, "We're not in this sport to cause trouble or hurt anyone's feelings. We're in this sport because we want to catch big bass too." That is so perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too many people are against, like, I'm against this person. I'm a fishing. As long as I beat that person, well, you're not going to beat that person unless you catch fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's you against the fish, not you against me.
Yes. My mindset is, the fish don't know if you're a boy or a girl or how old you are, if you're a pro or not. Yep. The fish don't know that. So you just got to fish your hardest, fish the moment, and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well said.
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm fishing, the fish know I'm a pro. They just avoid me.
They run. They see me or you, John. I think they run.
Yeah. Either that or they have a glass telescope. They can see what's up there.
Yeah, probably.
So do you go around and hang around in tackle shops very much, or study a lot online?
I like to watch, like, Instagram Reels, YouTube videos. Every time we have a tournament, I'll search up the lake, look on maps, search up the history of the lake and how bass have been caught there before. I'll do that kind of research. There's not really like any tackle shops in Illinois. I'd have to drive probably an hour and a half to get to one. So
wow.
I recently.
501 Anglers wants to know how are all of y'all doing?
Doing good. 501. How you, buddy?
We're doing well, having a good time.
Yep.
Now I have a Bass Pro Shop that's 20 minutes for me. Okay, it's one of the smallest ones, but the best tackle shop we have is about an hour and 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah,
if you can imagine that.
I don't even know where the closest Bass Pro Shop is to where I'm at in Illinois, but back in Indiana, it's about an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guy Crump, who's a guide on Oneida Lake and a former captain for some college teams, boat captain in high school, and I think he still does high school. He says, "Congratulations on your accomplishments."
Thank you.
Outstanding.
Yeah. 501 Anglers, I'm doing great. Just wanted to tune in. Tune in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're here.
Hey, thanks, 501. Thank you, buddy. And there's a good friend, John Adams.
Yep. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. More of evening for me, but
yeah, same.
I don't even want to tell her what my closest tackle shop and where I'm at. I work in the country's biggest tackle distribution, so I got the world's biggest tackle shop right behind me every day. So I'm blessed every day.
Yeah, I wish.
So some days I might not get to see any, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had rough ones too. I worked at a tackle shop, and on the back side of it was a river, so made it real tough to wait on customers at times.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Guy is coaching 3 girls now. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
That's great.
We'll get you some cold tags over for you, Guy. Now, do you and your brother ever fish any open tournaments together, open partners tournaments, or just pretty much through school?
Just through school right now, because our school schedule is so busy. It's been like tournament after tournament after tournament, so we have time.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, which I'm not I love fishing all these different lakes.
Oh, absolutely. It makes you get better. You get better and better doing that.
I've learned so much.
Yeah, it's awful hard to learn sitting behind a computer or on behind the TV screen.
Yeah, you got to be out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, and I apologize for missing your show. I have watched it. Thanks, John.
Yep.
Any aspirations of becoming a professional fisherman?
I don't think so. As much as I'd love to, I just have different goals for myself. Like I love being around people who fish, and I think I want that industry. I'm trying to get into marketing in my school right now, so I can, like write, take pictures, go to these tournaments. I love writing, so I want to look into that. I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to do yet with that, but I'm just letting God guide the way right now, because I'm very indecisive. I wanted to be vet technician at the beginning of the beginning of college. And then I started fishing and I was like, wow, I want to do something in the fishing. Yeah.
Yeah, it sometimes takes a while to get your niche. Like me, I've worked as electronics technician, did all kind of stuff, and now in my 50s, I've landed my dream job. I'm in fishing. I'm a salesman at a major fishing warehouse. So it took me, I don't know how long, but I found my niche. So,
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
I thought his dream job was getting to be on show with me, but I guess not.
that was later. That was later on.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, guy's right. Time on the water makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, do you watch a lot of YouTube to get different information? Because I know I have some friends that are constantly watching YouTube videos. And
yes, at times I'm more of like a reading girl. I like to read and write it down. But so I have like this Google Doc sheet just of different lakes and the different tactics and stuff of those different lakes. But I've also watched some YouTube channels to try to help, especially because our fall schedule was places I haven't really been. So like Lake Darnell, I watched a few videos on that because that place can be tougher to fish. Yeah. So yeah.
Absolutely. And a good point from our old buddy Jeff Fitz right here. He's been there and done that.
Yeah. It's not what everyone thinks it is. It's a very hard life being on the road 150 days or more a year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he loves Dardanelle, he says. Dardanelle.
I can't agree with
that's on my bucket list. That's on my bucket list. Haven't fished there yet, but it's on the bucket list.
Not mine.
Yeah. I could go without ever going there again.
I'm surprised. 501 Anglers wants to know, how do you normally go about breaking apart a lake?
Okay, so
good question.
Depending on what season it is, obviously I said I like it shallow. So, for example, on Sam Rayburn, the water was up and it was up in the bushes and the trees. So we went as shallow as we could because we saw the bait fish were pushing there. So we went back where the bait fish were. Usually we follow the bait. That's how I like to fish, follow the bait. So we went back to where the bait fish were, and we'd look for deeper pockets back there, and we'd flip those trees. And then we realized that the water was falling. So we thought maybe the bass are heading back out to these main pockets, not staying all the way back in them. So we started fishing the grass out in the main pockets because that's where the bait were. That's really how I could describe we break it down, is following the bait, because we mainly fish shallow. But for fishing deeper, we follow contours, look for foundations or flats.
Yep.
That's the best way I can explain it.
Absolutely. Everybody's got their own methods, but that's you're spot on there.
Jeff says it's a great frog lake. I don't think there's any lake in the country that's a good frog lake. I'll tell you what.
Oh boy, I think I've started now.
No, I'm surprised you didn't say like Toho is one of your dream lakes, because that's a shallow body of water that you could really do some damage with a chatterbait.
Honestly, every lake I haven't been to is like my dream lake.
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah.
501's Angler says awesome and thank you.
Yep.
So yeah. What surprises me is you said you don't have live scope.
Mm.
I thought every college angler had that.
Honestly, they do, which definitely kind of the odd ones out for not having it, but we are getting it pretty soon, especially because for these fall tournaments and fishing in the winter, it's very helpful.
Yeah. Well, I heard a lot. Look, you understand bass behavior and how they react to different lures. I mean, that's a lot of it. I've heard a lot of guys, pre-tournament. That's what they're doing. They're going watching the fish react and watch them how they follow the bait around. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good aspect of it.
Yeah, it's definitely something I need to learn, especially even in the springtime when the smallmouth are spawning, they can get on those deeper stumps or, those deeper banks. And I think live scope could also be helpful for that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Jeff says we'll have to go one time.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm thinking he's talking about Dardanelle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he likes Dardanelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't found the frog setup that I'm comfortable with. So maybe that's a problem.
I've caught my personal best on a frog 811, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. That'd be awesome, catching that on the front.
Yeah, it was a pretty good day.
What's your personal best, Braci?
7.5 on a chatterbait.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yep, on an Indian, surprisingly.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Now stay in your seat, Rob. My personal best is 612 on a crankbait.
I'm gonna fall in my chair. Call 911 right now.
Braci, for you, I probably have 150 to 200 crankbaits, and I bet you I don't make 50 casts a year with a crankbait.
Yeah, I can't really remember the last time I've thrown one. I threw a hybrid hunter, exactly a crankbait.
That's my favorite.
And it went through the grass so easy. I was so surprised. I loved using it at Chickamauga. I mean, they weren't eating it, but if they were, it would have been fun.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome little bait.
Yeah.
501 Anglers, what are your thoughts on fishing Lake Fork? Haven't fished there before, and we planned a trip there in January.
I haven't been to Lake Fork, but it has a lot of big fish. I'd love to go there.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've been. So.
Yeah, they got that. Texas has got an unbelievable lunker share program or trophy bass program. It is unbelievable what they're cranking out down there. It's amazing.
Guy says learning side scan will help you a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
I mean, I think the side scan is more valuable than forward facing. And Jeff Fitz is happy the MPFL is not allowing forward facing sonar next year.
Well, I think it's good to have a choice, anglers and audience both, they can have a choice. So I think that's a win-win.
Yes, definitely is. But Jeff Fitz says that's a giant from up north.
Giving you a compliment there, John.
I don't think that's for me.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Need to learn a crankbait.
He gave you a compliment and a thing to improve on in the same. Hey, if you're in Tennessee, I was in Tennessee for about 20 years. It's big crankbaiting down there.
Now, Guy, I used to like you. I'm going to unfriend you.
Uh-oh.
I'm joking, buddy. He lives about 35, 40 minutes away from me, and we've yet to be on the water together. Be careful on Fork. It can be dangerous. Yes, it can.
Yeah, a lot of standing timber, I've heard. I've been Toledo Bend out there, and it's close to it.
Rayburn had a lot of standing timber, too.
Yep.
What do you feel is your biggest weakness as far as being an angler?
I think that I can kind of vouch for everybody on this. When you practice like 40 hours a week and you're not catching bass and you get to tournament day and you just have no confidence. And I really need to work on that, which I have been. You know, a good attitude can get you such a long way. A positive attitude can do so much for you.
Yeah.
And I've won a few tournaments in just the last 30 minutes. So my biggest weakness is definitely confidence. I really need to work on that. Because like I said, if you have no confidence, you're probably not going to catch bass, honestly. You have to have a good mental attitude.
Yeah, I think it was Clun one time. Rick Clun said he loves going to like you said, a rainy, stormy tournament because half the fields already took themselves out. Oh, it's
Yeah.
raining. They're not going to bite. So if you go in there positive, you already beat half the field.
Yeah. And honestly, practice, it hasn't really mattered that much because conditions can change so fast. And you never know where the bass are going to be. I mean, it can change midday. And you can switch it up midday and catch your sack for the last 2 hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50, what are y'all? Oh, 501 Anglers wants to steer some stuff up. Says, what are y'all's opinion on no entry fees for the elites?
You know, I'm not an Elite Series pro, so I'm not really sure.
Yep, that's above my pay grade. So
I don't know how it works.
I have an opinion on it. I could care less. It doesn't affect me.
yeah.
To be honest with you, it's not my purse, my wallet, whatever you want to call it. So it doesn't affect me. But if you're in the top 15, 20 anglers, you're taking a pay cut.
Oh yeah.
If you're in the bottom, you're gaining 45,000.
Yeah, so I think it benefits half the field and hurts half the field. Seems like, but
Yeah.
we'll see after the first year how it shakes out. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Guy Cromp says my big smallmouth is 7-11 on a crankbait.
Ooh, nice one.
I'd take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Jeff Fitz says confidence is everything and never listen to Doc talk.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Struggle with that too.
Yeah. It's easy to fall in that trap. Real easy to fall in that trap.
We used to have a guy back in the day. I'll say that back in the day because it was around 2002, 2003, and I was working at the tackle shop, and every week before the BFL would come, he would take like everything of some obtruse color, green pumpkin orange with a black stripe down the back of it, and leave just one pack on it, empty the shelf. And next thing you know, people be asking for that color.
That's the way it goes.
So, yeah. Jeff says, as a professional angler, it's absolutely horrible.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in all that.
Oh, there's a good question from the audience.
If you could fish with any pro, who would it be? And you can't say your brother.
Pro. Oh gosh, there's so many options. Maybe Gerald Swindle. I just love his mental attitude. He's got such a great attitude. He's so funny. I've met him before. He's really hilarious.
I was his co-angler on Toho about 3 or 4 years ago. Great dude. Fun day.
Yeah, he seems like a really great, Christian guy.
He is.
I'd really.
Great boat driver, and it's funny when he's fishing, he gets kind of quiet and silent and serious, which I understand. But I noticed the biggest thing I noticed is the first cast of the day and the last cast of the day just as accurate, just as good.
Yeah, that's so important.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm the same way. First cast is messed up and the last cast is messed up. It doesn't matter.
It happens.
501 Angler says, do any of you think professional fishing is a wise career to try and get into eventually?
No, I think Miss Braci got the idea. Go into marketing or something, sales. That's your best bet. That's steady money, something you love to do, something to get into. So I'll go with her opinion on that.
I mean, Yeah, I'm going the route that I think is best for me. If that's what you think is best for you, then definitely. But it's a very big expense. There's a lot that goes in.
Well, the Elites is $45,000 less this year.
Yeah.
But there are so many options as far as a professional fishing.
Yep.
You can be a photographer, a writer. I have friends that
boat
do
sales. Yeah, I got guys that does boat sales. Yeah.
So there's always, professional fishing isn't just out there on the boat trying to cash a check.
That's a small percentage of the industry.
Yeah.
Everything goes into it. Like all these tackle stores, people selling boats, people riding, taking pictures, everything is what makes it work.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of cogs in that machine.
Yes, definitely.
Jeff Fitz says it's a horrible business plan.
Yeah, what's the old saying? To be a millionaire as a professional fisherman, you got to start off as a billionaire. I think that's how the saying goes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not either of them at this point in time. So, all right, Braci. One of the most odd questions of the night.
The hardest question of the night.
What is your favorite homemade cookie?
Chocolate chip. Yeah.
Spot on.
As long as you didn't say snickerdoodle, you were good to go.
Oh, no.
Yep. Winning.
Yeah, my mom says chocolate chip. They might be from the bag though. I can't really remember. They might be homemade. I can't remember, but they're the best still.
Yeah. They're so good.
Yeah.
And well, my wife's a baker, and that her and I used to have a podcast, and that was her one question she'd always like to ask a guest.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah.
I'm keeping it going for her.
Yep.
We're at a point in time of the podcast where we like to let the anglers talk about people who've helped them along the way, sponsors they have, or anything like that. So go ahead and give out your shout outs.
Okay.
Floor is yours.
I'll start off with the people that have helped me. My dad, first of all. Without him, I would probably not even know what a bass was. He got me into this. It seriously has changed my life. Fishing has, so many connections. I've learned so many new things. It's brought me closer to the Lord, stronger in my faith. It's probably going to give me a career eventually is my goal. So thank you, Dad, for getting me into this. It really has changed my life. Mom, thank you for always supporting me, letting me fish all the time. Letting me and Brody talk about it all the time, traveling with us everywhere. It means so much to us. And your support, when we're having a bad day, you're always lifting us up. So thank you, Mom. Love you. And then my stepmom and my stepdad, they also travel everywhere with us. They're very supportive. My little sister, Avery, she doesn't travel too much, but she's always sending me videos and stuff, telling me good luck. And my brother, thank you for pushing me to be better, even though sometimes it makes me cry.
No.
Thanks for being my best friend, Brody. He's taught me a lot, and we work really well together. We've accomplished a lot together. And then, of course, my grandparents, my aunts, just the rest of my family. Thank you for traveling with me everywhere. It's seriously the support. It gets me through the day. It means a lot. And then for sponsors, I'll start with Bass Pro. They sponsored me about a year or so ago. I really appreciate all that they do for me. It's really helpful having to buy all this tackle and stuff, having a discount at Bass Pro and be able to give seminars and talk to people there. And then Poor Boys Baits, I just recently picked them up not too long ago. They have done so much for me, just free soft plastic lures all the time. Definitely check them out. First of all, tubes, amazing tubes. I love their tubes, 3-inch and 4-inch, great for Indiana lakes for sure. And any lake around there. And darters, gobies, they have all soft plastics. So thank you, Phil. I appreciate you. And then Ross Rock Tires for helping sponsor us for our season. You know, fishing is not cheap. So I appreciate all the financial help me and my brother really do. And yep, and North American Lighting too, as well. I appreciate you guys helping us financially because again, you know, not cheap at all.
Absolutely.
But
Good set of sponsors.
yeah. Yes, definitely.
Jeff Fitz says we have to travel all over to work seminars and tackle shops. You cannot make a living on tournament winnings. You have to have major sponsorship.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
learned that this past year going to Wabash, you know, we have to raise enough money to be able to fish. So you have to talk to people and, you know, get connections. And it's made me grow so much just as a person and made me talk so much. Because I used to be like this shy girl that did not want to talk to anybody. Then I got this fishing industry and, you know, I can just talk about fishing all the time.
Yeah.
But it's easy to talk about something you love too. You notice that it's like a lot easier. Because I was the same way. I was shy. You know, just so.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how you two survived life. I've never been shy.
I've always been shy.
We learned. Yeah, I have to.
I agree with you, Jeff. Keep God
Yep.
first in everything you do, and it'll all work out.
Definitely.
Absolutely, Jeff. Absolutely, brother.
He always provides, always keeps us safe on the water.
Yes. And 501 Angler says, thank you for answering your questions. You helped me a lot. Just subscribed.
Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
So, Braci, one person you did forget, I'm just going to, because I like to start trouble. You forgot to mention your boss for letting you be on the podcast.
Yes.
she saved she saved the best for last. Let's give her some credit.
Yeah, I'm saving that. Thank you, Ryan, for letting me miss out on.
And thank you, Ryan, from us as well.
Yes, thank you, Ryan. Sorry about that. I had to say something. But... Now, Ryan fishes the opens. Does he ever give you any advice?
I just started this job like last week, so we just started.
Oh.
Yeah, we started talking about it today. But he was actually asking us for advice because I work here with a girl who also fishes on Wabash Valley. So he was asking us a little bit about the lakes since we've some of them.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Tell Ryan he'll be a guest on our show sometime. We'd love to have him.
He'd probably love that.
Okay, good
we
deal.
We have a show on our Wednesdays that we interview whoever we want.
Wide open Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, Mondays is women in fishing. Tuesdays is all about co-anglers. Co-anglers court. We're both co-anglers, so we like to hear from co-anglers. Mm-hmm. And Wednesday is wide open Wednesday.
Okay. Very cool.
There you go.
Yes. And all of our stuff is on our YouTube channel and our streaming network and stuff like that. But anything else, Rob?
No, I said, Braci, you're mature way beyond your years, and we loved having you on and your take on stuff. You're going to go places, young lady. We appreciate you having you.
I appreciate you guys having me. It means a lot.
Thank you. You take care and good luck and everything. And maybe you'll end up number one in the country.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's the goal, right?
We'll be cheering you on and watching you. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
Yes. Take care.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, what a talented young lady.
I think she's more mature than I am. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Which won't take much.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, thank you, everybody. Appreciate all the prayers and thoughts for me. Long, hard battle, but we're getting there.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm glad to have you back, brother. It's like getting the band back together, having a reunion. So I'm glad, and prayers answered you back. So
I appreciate it. And, Braci, keep God first, and everything else will come with you.
Yep. Absolutely.
It doesn't seem it, but it always happens.
It does. It might have a little bump in the road, but you go roll on through it. Just roll on.
I was watching NCIS the other day.
Uh-oh.
And one thing stuck out to me. What was it? My old age is setting in. If you think you're going through hell, keep on going.
Yep. Absolutely. And hey, 501, we appreciate you tuning in and subscribing, man. So we keep on tuning in. We got some good guests coming up. We got some really, there's one that really I'm excited about coming up next week. So stay tuned, brother.
What do we have next? Okay.
One the
Rob and John.
Yep. Hey, I know them guys.
I seen them once.
Yep.
And then Wednesday we have the LBAA talking about. And then we have Paige Tatum, Gary Haraguchi.
That's the man right there. The best co-angler there's ever been. I'll go ahead and say it. And a good friend of mine.
And then we get into kayaking with Binya Outdoors. Then Christine Fisher, Violetta Talley, Jake Lawrence, Anastasia Pattern, Jeremy May, and then you and I the day before Thanksgiving.
Wow, what a lineup.
Man, you and I got work to do.
I know it. Man, just having Gary on. I mean, he just won, a couple weeks ago. So,
yeah.
But he's one of the nicest guys you ever meet. I've ran into him a couple of times, and I've been on another podcast, a J Angels podcast with him, and just great guy. Just super nice guy. That's the guy you ever want to meet.
All right, guys. Well, everybody, like I said before, thanks for the well wishes. Appreciate all the positive thoughts and prayers. Looking forward to getting back at it again tomorrow.
Absolutely. And thank all you guys for tuning in and liking and subscribing. We appreciate, like our old friend Ozzy Osbourne said, we love you all.